Alright, so hopefully your Christmas looks something like this. This is what I got for Christmas. And your Christmas should be very similar if your chick or your significant other, depends on if you like the dick or not, has a decent job or loves you or cares about you or wants you to have a decent Christmas. Then this is what it should look like. I told you all you had to do was send them the links to the shit that you wanted, for they don't have to track anything down. All they got to do is click the link and buy it. So this is proof that it works, but my chick also has a pretty good job, which definitely helps, or your significant other. So I did that. This is what I came up with. Because I'm so far behind on my videos and I'm trying to get wrapped up by the first of the year, we're going to check all this shit out in one video. This is something that I really wanted. I had a hard time spending 125 bucks on it, but when it's her money, yeah, whatever. I got this suit up Iron Man thing. I've seen a lot of people review this. A lot of people broke it, so I'm going to barely touch it and be the one guy that tries not to break that while I review it. And then when I did the Batman animated review, you guys said, where's the Bat Cycle? And I said, shit, where is the Bat Cycle? Let me put that link and forward it over to her. And then you have the Comic Cave Iron Man Mark 21, basically, and this is just like the Mark 7 repainted gold. It's something that I wanted, and I mean, I'm really happy to get this. I was really looking forward to this. I was just waiting for the price to come down a little bit on it. Then you have the Marvel Select Hulk, the trainee Hulk. This thing looks like shit, but I love the Hulk. I understand that they're going to remake this, try to make it a little bit better, put the gauntlet in there. So this thing's like a throwaway, but I have every Hulk figure ever made, so I kind of feel like I had to have it, and it's the Hulk, even though he looks like shit. And then you have the PX exclusive Doctor Strange. I was waiting for this thing to go on clearance or Christmas to get this, and I got it. So now I have all three. And then you have the Hulkbuster, the SH Figuarts one. Since I got the Comic Cave one, I wasn't going to buy this or get this, but my boy Broccoli reached out. This is another thing your friends can do. Your friends, your nerd friends, can reach out to your chick or your significant other. Tell them what you want, walk them through it, how to get it, and you'll get something like this. So this thing was $400. I heard it went down to clearance for 200 bucks. I never saw that. If I saw it for 200 bucks, I would have bought it, but now I got it for free. Let's check all this shit out. Alright, I knew I had some good shit when this thing was in the boxes, but after opening all this up and realizing how good this shit really is, whew, I gotta pull out some comparisons and do this video right. Let's check it out. Okay, I've been wanting this thing for a minute, like a long minute. I just had a hard time breaking off $125 for an accessory. After I have it in hand and seeing how cool this thing is, I would have gladly spent 125 bucks on this, but luckily I didn't have to. My girlfriend went ahead and spent her hard-earned money on it, and I get to enjoy it for free. This thing comes with 4 LED lights or 6 LED lights. The batteries actually came included. They're in it. Here's an on and off switch right here on the side. You can turn this on, light it up on the base. You can see the light shining through. Definitely a cool effect if you turn the lights off. I'm glad that the batteries come. They're like the little tiny disc one. They can almost fit like a AAA or something in there, which I would have preferred because when it goes out, it's easier. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably only gonna turn this thing on one time for this video. And I saw a lot of people having problems with this shit breaking or saying it was hard or the instructions sucked. I disagree with all of that. I thought the instructions were absolutely amazing. I'm gonna walk you through it really quick in case you do get one of these and have a problem. First off, on the base, you can do one of these options. Here's like the center plate. You can either use this or you can use what I did. So this is how it comes flat like this. You can take it all apart and you can elevate these side ones up, and then the base will elevate like how it is down here. You use these little legs right here on this, or actually it is right here. So you can do that. I went ahead with this option here. So you can see it's got the 2 individual little feet. They also raise up. That's what I did right here. You put that thing on there, and then you can put these things, the side pieces on here, and then you put these little arms, which are these little arms right here on there, and then you take these front and back arms, which is this arm right here, and put these on here, and then you take the 3 big arms. You got these 2 side arms right here and here. These just plug straight in, no big deal, really easy. And then you got the big arm that holds a helmet, or I guess it's not the big one, the medium-sized arm that plugs into the back. It really couldn't be any easier. If you can't figure it out with these instructions, you probably shouldn't have got this toy. I mean, look at it. It's like putting a Lego together. And then guys are saying it was flimsy. I didn't have that problem either. I actually think this thing is really well made. These arms move, it moves down here, it moves up here, so when you move it, the pistons move, this cage slides in and out so you can slide it over the arm. This thing rotates, turns, does whatever you want. This thing also turns, and it also has these like little arms all over it also. If you turn it sideways, you see that it has this little arm here, a little arm here. All of these things move. If it doesn't move right away, then it doesn't move. Don't force it. That's probably how these guys are breaking it. This arm moves, goes up and down. This little helmet, let me scoot the camera up. That thing grabs a helmet. I had a hard time getting that thing to work just right to grab that helmet. I know that was hard, and I know that that's the wrong helmet for this. But I don't know, I didn't want to put that other Iron Man in here. I thought this one worked better without the armor on it. And then all these platforms, let me go down. See, when they go up like this, there's two sets of holes. You can plug all these in and scoot them all in to make it flat, or you can elevate it all. If you put it all in flat, then the lights are just a waste. That's why I cranked everything up on this. I love this thing, man. After getting this thing, you put this on the shelf on my Iron Man collection, which I'll show you at the end of the video. It's just going to be complete fire. I absolutely love this. I'm really glad that my chick picked this up for me. I highly recommend this toy. If you do, take your time with this. Don't force it. Don't break it. It actually works pretty good. Maybe like on the earlier ones, I know this thing came out a while. Maybe those things were junk and they improved it. I had no problem with it. No, I didn't get it for free. Well, actually, I did get it for free from my girlfriend, not from the company, so I'm not like on their dick saying buy this thing, buy this thing. I'm saying if you can afford it or if you can get your girlfriend to get it, then absolutely get it. So I went ahead and pulled out the Marvel Select Hulk. That's one of my favorite Hulks in my whole entire collection for a comparison, size comparison, and just other comparisons. Here he is next to the Hulkbuster armor, the Bruce Banner version, and then down here we have the Hulkbuster, the Iron Man version. This is the Comic Cave one. This is the SH Figure Arts one. This is one of the coolest toys that I own. I've already reviewed that. I did a pretty in-depth review on it. It's just truly amazing. This thing's made out of metal. It's $400. Sometimes it's $500 depending on where you get it. This thing is $400. I heard it went on clearance down to $200. I never saw it on clearance. Like the cheapest I've ever seen this thing was $350. My chick got it for $400. So this is $400. This is $400. This is an amazing piece of art. This is I mean, it's not like some cheap piece of plastic. It's actually a really good toy, but when you put these two together, same price, give me a fucking break, dude. It's not even, no, that's silly. 400, metal, tons of lights, tons of articulation, does everything. A few lights, limited articulation. They're not even comparable toys. Let's go ahead and check that thing out. I'll show you how it works real quick. On the articulation on this thing, I'm just going to go over it really quick. The shoulders pop in and out. The thighs pop in and out. You know, like, you know, for you can move them. Hold on, let me do one where I can actually show you. See how it pops in and out? You pop it in so you can move it freely. If you don't, if you pop it in, it hits the thing. So you got to kind of pop it out. The head is on a ball. You got to take that off to light it up, which I will do. The hips also pop down. The knees, they're double jointed. They work pretty good. Everything about this, you just touch this thing and it feels like a plastic toy. I mean, this feels like a $200 action figure, not a $400 action figure. I'll show you how the lights do work. The articulation, I mean, you guys can figure it out. It's got balls in the fingers. Everything is on a ball. The articulation is good. It's just not even comparable to the big one sitting behind it. It does come with this little tool. You can like pop off this front plate, flip this thing on. This thing clips right back on. I didn't really have a problem. That clips right back on. You got to pop the helmet off. This thing's kind of tricky. All right. And then there's a switch right here. You put that on. It's easy to get off. It's hard to put back on. You can't be afraid to push it because it definitely takes a pretty aggressive push to get that thing back on here. Then you take the back panel off. It comes off right here. Or it should. There it goes. Hit the ground. Put this thing back on. I think that's clipped in there. That light is crazy bright, like really bright, like blinds you bright. Then if you look down here on the legs, these two back panels clip off. Put this panel back on. Put this thing back on. That's the inside light here on the thigh, right here where my thumb is. I know I got the lights on, but you can still see it. You think that these would light up, they don't. This one, but the Comet Cave one has like twice as many lights as this thing, and probably like, man, this guy's got lights everywhere. I highly suggest you check out that review. So here he is. I think he's cool. Is he worth 400 bucks? I would think that this was worth 400 bucks if the one behind it wasn't 400 bucks. If I bought that thing for like 800 bucks, then this thing was 400 bucks, I would think it was a good deal. But after getting that, this thing doesn't even compare. I do like this toy. I'm happy. I've always wanted it in my collection. I can finally put it in my collection, make my Hulkbuster or my Iron Man collection even better. I'm really happy to have it. Do I recommend it? If you're fucking crazy rich or you can talk your girlfriend into getting it, then absolutely get it. But for a $400 figure, I don't really see 400 bucks there. If you want to spend 400 bucks on something really nice, get this one. Alright, now we're going to check out this PX exclusive Doctor Strange. As you say, I pulled out the Marvel Legends version, $20 action figure, $90 action figure after tax and shipping. We'll go ahead and take a quick side-by-side look at these two, just so you can see if you should spend 90 bucks or if you should spend 20 bucks. Alright, so I'm a sucker for the soft goods, so I definitely like the Mezco version a little bit better, but for 80 bucks, you got to be shitting me. Like, I don't see... This is one that I tried to wait on clearance for or for Christmas for. I just don't get it. I mean, all these Doctor Stranges are good, but this one, I just kind of felt like this would be a good one where I could wait. On this action figure, I'm not going to go over it too much because I've already did a review of both of these. It comes with the same magic effects as these ones come with. They both come with the globe. The globe opens up. So I'm going to display one open, one closed, do it like that. I got this base. Is like, I got that on eBay. It's like one of those knockoff SH Figure Art display base or whatever. I highly recommend that. That definitely makes that Strange stick out a lot. This one comes with something different, which I thought was cool. It comes with that ghost backdrop behind him. I really, really like that. I wish that they would have did something different. If they would have did something different on him, I wouldn't have waited for it to go on clearance or Christmas or anything. I would have just said screw it and buy all three. I love all costumes. That's the original like day one costume, the more modern costume, and then this is like his current costume, which I don't know. I mean I like this one by far the best than that one. He's my least favorite in the set. I really wanted all three because he wears all three costumes. They're kind of like the Mezco spinoff, but not too much. You can see like, if you look at this one and this one together, they're basically the same thing. Yeah, they changed a couple things, but not really too much. But I do like it. It's not my favorite Doctor Strange. If you want this Doctor Strange, just get the $20 version. If you're like a Mezco soft good nut like myself, then you got to do it. On this one, the shoulders were seized up. I couldn't get his arms to move at all. Everybody says heat it up, heat it up, heat it up. I set it in front of the heater for like 2 minutes, heated it up, and bam, that was crazy. It actually worked. Maybe I should do that more often. All right, so let's check out this Iron Man Mark 21. Now, it's basically the Mark 7 redone in gold. Comes with all the same crap that you can bolt on him. I really didn't see the need to do this. I'm just going to leave him as is. I'm not going to change one part on him. We're going to... I did a review on this one, so I showed you how everything works on it. So I'm just going to do a side-by-side comparison, and if you want to see how any of it works off. You can see the shoulder pads, like you see like here how it has these little missiles that come out, and this is the replacement for that. So you can do this or that. He also has these little missiles that shoot out on his forearms. So you can do this or that. So I'm not going to change any of these out. The hands can change out with the blast effects, and then he also has these missiles on his thighs. So it's either going to look like this one or that one. It's the same exact toy. You know how they do it. They always, if they sculpt this thing, they're going to make at least two and just repaint it. I'm pretty sure this is how it was in the movie. They just basically took one Iron Man, repainted it, and called it something totally different. I get it. I'm not mad at it. I understand why they did that. And then also these fins pop out on the back. I will show you how that works because that's where you got to get the light. And we definitely got to light this thing up for the video. Put him back here in the background for you. Got something to look at. Alright, so if you want to light this thing up, these things pop up just like how the one I just showed you. You can pull these fins up, wings up, whatever you want to call them. Then this panel right here comes out. You can turn that on, and then he lights up the eyes and the chest, which really light up amazing, especially the chest. I love that when they do that, when they put all of it on one switch for the light up the head and the chest. Not too many people do stuff like that. There's one of the few that do. Comet Cave is by far my favorite action figures to make. I love collecting these more than anything. Yes, I should have bought this earlier, but I get tired of getting burned. I knew this thing was going to go on clearance. These things always do. He's like 130 bucks at Big Bad. I'm pretty sure you can get him for like 80 something bucks shipped from China on your doorstep. So 80 something or 130 on Big Bad. Yeah, I'll wait till it goes on sale because I usually spend 130 and I don't know, it's just not worth it. Let me go ahead and show you the box, which is something I normally don't do. These have the best collector-friendly box made. It's nice and small. It looks like an iPhone case. You open this thing up. It's got a magnet flap on it. You open this up. It's got your instructions right there in the middle. That's real like rubberized foam. He fits right inside of there. You can actually display him in the case just as good. Here's all the blast effects that he comes with, so it'd make him look like that one. Here's all the extra guns and missiles and hands that he comes with to make it look like that one. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put him in the Hall of Armor and display him in my Hall of Armor. God, I've wanted this figure for so long. It's hard to like, when you see something that you want and you're like, God, 130 bucks plus shipping plus tax, or if I wait a few months, I could pick it up for 80. I'm at the point to where I'm starting to wait for clearance on everything because I usually pick up everything first and then a month later I see it go on sale. Yeah, those days are over. I'm trying to save a little bit of money for this time around. All right, now you have the Marvel Select Hulk, which the figure itself, I actually really like. The color green is, God, that is the worst green I've ever seen. Like, how did they not know what color the Hulk was? This green is absolutely perfect. I love this. Then you have this green. And did they think that the Hulk was like a tranny? Like, look at, he's like wearing blush. The hair sucks. That just looks like shit. And he only comes with one head, too. So with this figure, there's not much you can do with it. I mean, unless you want to repaint it. If you repainted it like this, it would actually be pretty cool. I already reviewed this. We'll put him away. This thing, the toy itself, like, it's got that texture detail on it. I love the wrinkles. I love that part. Looks amazing. Just the green. They completely blew it on that green. Look at that. Look at the makeup and shit on there. Like, he's got pink cheeks and lipstick on. Like, are you guys joking? How did this get through? How did you guys accept this as a toy? You know, I know they're going to do the other one that's going to come with the gauntlet, and this thing's just going to kind of be a wash. I don't know, man. I'm a Hulk fan. Like, I couldn't imagine them making a Hulk toy and it not being in my collection. They don't paint the toenails. Not the fingernails. I don't know. If it was a decent color green and had a decent head on it, I would actually really like this toy. I'm glad that they actually gave you a suit that was in the costume. Like, they did better than Marvel Legends on this, considering this isn't what he looked like. The one time that he ripped his shirt off, he wasn't smiling like this. He had like a rage face on. So they both kind of blew it. I get it. They probably get concept art. They got to make this shit really early. Just tell you what, just wait a little bit and get the toy right. There's other toys that you can put out. You don't have to put them out right away. I know you want them out when the movie comes out because they'll sell better. But when they're wrong and they don't look like they did on the movie, well, then you guys look really stupid. So you might be better off waiting. Don't recommend this Hulk. Wait, get the other Hulk. I'm just a Hulk fanatic, so I had to get him. Alright, now we're going to take a look at this Batman animated Batcycle. I went ahead and pulled out the DC Collectibles Batgirl motorcycle. This was also one of my favorite toys last year. I think they absolutely killed it. Same company does this. This is animated. This is like cartoon. They got this effect where it can pivot in here and splash in the mud. They did the same thing with this one, but they only did it on the back tire, which I'm totally cool with because the front tire goes over this manhole. So you just basically set it in here. This thing can rock. You can flip this base over if you don't want the manhole on it. This thing will work on either side. I figured if they're going to take the time to put the manhole on there, I'm going to take the time to display it. The back tire spins like this. The front tire is a rubber tire inside the casing, which I also really like. It's got a button down here. It comes with batteries already inside of it. The tail light lights up. Actually really good, man. They killed it. The headlight lights up. All these gauges and instrument light up. I like how it's got that little glow on there for you guys that like to take pictures of your toys. This is definitely a good one. They killed it on this. I actually got this thing on clearance for like $45 shipped. And the front tire turns. I just found that out too. But I looked in there and I was like, man, it looks like that thing would turn. That is really awesome that it does that. Display's really nice. You can put this back tire in there. It kind of locks inside that mud effect. You can also turn this thing back and forth on the mud. I love it. So there's no kickstand. They give you this amazing base. It also comes with 2 different head sculpts. This one is the plain face. This one's really boring. I don't even want to mess with that thing. Then they got this one that has like the mean growling, you know. I'm trying to get it to focus on it. Sorry about that. You can see the teeth in there. There you go. That's a little bit better. Definitely like that. It's got a little white spot on the head. That doesn't really bother me. This thing is going to look amazing up there in the collection, which leads to, let's do some collection videos. All right, so that was a big video, so we got a lot of collection videos, so I'm going to do this as quick as possible. Here's the Doctor Strange collection, all 3 of them together. Definitely looking pretty cool on the shelf. You know, I was kind of on the fence about that. He's by far my least favorite. The costume isn't that good. He's not a great Mezco figure. Maybe mine's just off. Hopefully yours is a little bit better. I will go ahead and show you the Marvel Mezco collection. I don't want you to feel like you got ripped off because I got to do these videos in bulk to get this done by the 1st of the year. Considering it's the 30th and I still have toys everywhere. Man, I don't know. I guess I got to do all that shit in one video. That's going to be another big video. The bright side, the upside of that is at least I'll be done doing these videos for the 19, and then I can start doing collection videos, you know, and videos, new videos. God, it would just be so refreshing to get caught up. Either way, there's the Mezco collection. Kind of just shit all over that. Didn't, you know, ran my mouth the whole time. And over here for the Iron Man, because I just got that Mark II Iron Man, and I got this set. God, look at this setup. Like, I know I should light it up for you, but it's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of buttons to light that up. I've lit it up for you guys in the past. I went ahead and redid this whole entire shelf. And this is like all movie shit. So I pulled out more movie shit, thinking that if I organized it, I could squeeze everything in there. I got the whole shelf done. And then, I'm sure this has happened to you before. It goes all the way down to there. Got the whole shelf done, got everything organized, everybody in order, and then I got all these figures here that are still supposed to go on the shelf. So now I got to regroup, redo the whole shelf, think of a better game plan. And then they're squeezed in there so tight, there's really not much room for growth. I usually do try to save a little bit of shelf space here on the edge for when I get like another Thor, another Cap, another Captain Marvel. God, I hope I don't get another Captain Marvel. I got someplace to put it. But I just wanted to show off the Iron Man collection mostly here. This thing, God, that thing, with that, I really needed that. Man, that really sets us off. I got the desk now. I got the Igor thing. I got the Hall of Iron Armor. Ah, too many videos. And over here you have the 2 Hulkbusters. Yeah, they're kind of buried in the back, but I got a lot of really cool stuff in front of them also. I'll go ahead and walk you through the shelf since I just redid it. Got all the War Machines right here, all the Caps. It's just too many, and maybe I should just pick like my 2 favorite Caps, my 2 favorite Thors, and then maybe I can put all this stuff on this one shelf. And I mean, tons of Black Widows, tons of the same characters over and over. Yes, they're all slightly different costumes, and that's kind of why I felt like I needed to display them. Here's the Hulk that I just reviewed, and then like there's other movie Hulks. You come down here, I got the Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. My goal was to put all the villains down here at the end, and then I ran out of room, and the villains and the SHIELD agents are still sitting over there. And then all the way back around, that's the shelf. Let me get on the ladder and do that Batman animated for the Bat Cycle. So here's the Bat Cycle, got it right next to the Batmobile and the Bat Plane and the Bat Cave. Would kind of be nice if we had a Bat Boat. You know, we don't, and I think they're pretty much done with this line. I just showed off this collection in my last Batman animated video. For you guys that saw that, maybe you can check out. One of you guys said, where's the Two-Face? He's back there in the back. I got him earlier. I didn't get that second one because they're basically the same exact figure. Now here's the rest of the 6-inch Batman animated line. I went ahead and put them up top just simply because this is the only place I had room to put the cave, and the line's dead anyway, so I may as well put it up top. That's it. The end of the year is almost wrapped up, guys. Like always, thanks for watching.